Hello. Hello, good day folks, and welcome to another Demajen Tries, where today I, Demajen, will be playing Spirit's Abyss. I'm going to be honest with you, this popped up on my Steam notifications yesterday, and I don't really know why I added it to my wish list. So I've just been and looked up the Steam store page to see if I can find out. Spirit's Abyss is a restless roguelite platformer. Not generally a fan of those. Cast into the abysm, you must explore its diverse depths, battling phantasmic meanies and plundering its useful treasures to find a way home. But does something nestle beyond the realmic veil of death? Early access, indie, action, early access. I'm entirely sure why that's in the Steam tags twice. 2D. So yeah, it's in early access. It's literally just come out. It's incredibly cheap. It's £2.31 currently, with a 20% offer, a 20% off offer on its already heady £2.89. It's by a publisher that has quite a good reputation. I don't know how to pronounce them. It's Kaisware or something like that. CaiySware. They have a good reputation for their kind of pixel art platformy style games. So I'm guessing I got it because of the artwork. Or rather, I'm guessing I put it on my wish list because of the artwork. So let's take a quick look at these settings so that you can see what you get. You get independent music and effects sliders. This is the default setting, which I think is interesting. So I'm going to keep it as is for now. In-game HUD, Pro or Normal? Let's stay on Normal. The resolution options, it does that thing where you have to press the button to change the option. There's no slider, and it just changes the resolution as it goes. Facing off, CRT screen effects, so you can actually put your scan lines on if you want to. I'm going to leave that as it is for now. You can change your button icons to whatever you happen to have installed. Mouse aim, rebind keyboard, rebind gamepad. I'm not going to check what the actual controls are because I kind of like to see what the tutorial's like. Interestingly enough, tutorial has its own section. I'm going to ignore that for now. If the game feels like it needs a separate tutorial section, then chances are the opening of the game isn't particularly good, in my opinion. Now, that doesn't mean that you need like a massive 2-hour tutorial section, as some games have done. But if it's not intuitive enough at the start, it tends to suffer, in my opinion. So let's leap into it and see what it is all about. We've got challenges. We've got a compendium. We've got... that's the stage select. That's locked. It's actually a little bit too big on my monitor. An accursed journey upon the Undying Gates awaits. Choose your character clan. Oh. Alchemist. Katanachi. Random. So we've got two characters currently. A renowned gunpowder chemist who specialises in magically infused big boomified hand cannons. Or an honourable Bushido. Revered in the heritage and art of noble Enrealm blade and thunder bombs. I don't know whether there's translation stuff here or what. To my alchemist angel, the oblivions of Abyssum that beckons you, my cherub. Yeah, there's a translation thing going on here. It should either be the oblivion of Abyssum beckons you, or the oblivions of Abyssum. Yeah, there's subject-verb agreement there. English teacher, remember, not just a guy that makes stuff for YouTube, but a professional writer and English teacher. So you'll have to forgive my little grammar I'm not being a grammar Nazi. I'm just pointing out issues. The oblivions of Abyssum beckon you, my cherub, but fear not. Now travel deep to a gateway of undying, whose secrets shall be revealed to you. What may dwell in the resting realms beyond? Our clan's ascendancy lies with your discovery. Owie! Oh! What the? Card collected! Yeah, whoa! The restless consumes thee. Here lieth the fallen child of Clan Alchemistro, killed by the twist of fate. 11 seconds. New online record. Connecting. Okay. Yeah, the pixel art is very nice, but it's actually a little. It's a little bit big. It's almost like it's designed to be played on a smaller screen. Right. We want jump. And we want attack. Bomb item. Right, that's better. Yeah, the thing that messed me up there was quite simply the X and A are the wrong way round. So we've got procedural generation, clearly. That's better. Annoyingly, it has swapped. Oops. Whoa. Okay, so you want to be destroying pots and stuff. I don't know if we're getting things. We've got ledge grabbing. I think I need to use the D-pad for this, don't I? Yeah. So we've got some destructible terrain. Yeah, I don't think... I kind of feel like I actually want to be playing this at less than 40, at less than my full monitor resolution, if that makes sense. Because everything feels a little bit big. It's really good looking though. Very good looking game. There's a wall jump, which I'm trying to get my head round. Notes to self. The big explosion can kill you. Good to know. Okay. '94th on the high score table. Go me. Ouchie. Okay. So, note to self. Don't use... The death animations are cool. Oh, I see. So, the wall jump... You press into the wall and it bounces off in the direction. There's a treasure chest there and I want it. Cutty cutlery? Bomb health pickups randomly give more? Do we only get one life? One health? think we only get 1 health. Killed by the twists of fates. Oh, there's an option of getting straight back into it. I don't know what I pressed for that. Yeah, it looks like we've got 4 health in the top left-hand corner. Now we've only got 1. Oh, no! Ah! One thing that I've never quite understood is the point of having a heart life system if enemies are going to do more than 1 heart. Die, bats! Right, I need to find out if there's a way of scrolling the screen up and down. At least it gets you straight back into it. Ah! The way of looking up and down... The way of looking up and down is by pressing up and down on the D-pad, which is what you're using for movement. Not a huge fan of that in roguelites. My noggin! Oh. Foolish child. No. Well, this is going well. I have to say, controls don't feel super tight. Let's leave you sleeping this time. Oh, I didn't even see the bat there. Oh, you can jump. A solitary candle. Nope. Oh yeah, that's really annoying. Having up on the same button. So if you're trying to shoot upwards, it then, after about, what is that, maybe a second, it shifts the screen. Yeah, I think that would be better served on the right stick. Although, of course, then I suppose people would say, oh, it's not optimized for keyboard and mouse on the PC. Which people have a tendency to complain about. Oh. Well, that has not helped. So anytime you try and pick up an item, it spawns a load of enemies. And of course, because it's procedurally generated, it could be in a particularly irritating place to try and fight them. Oh yeah, great. Loads of bats. Don't seem to get anything for the bats. Submit thy pristine of soul to us. We offer thee gifts in returneth. Yes. What have I done? Hurt I suffer randomly hurt. This is great, but I can't get out of the room. There's a thing up here and I can't... Oh, maybe I can jump off the wall. Not like that, I can't. A bony whistle? Don't... Nope. Now the question is, what is the point? Just to head down as far as you can? What was that? Ooh, bombs. What? Oh. A bat. Sob, sob, sob. Yay. Right. Let's try the Bushido. Ah, I have katana. Take that. Oh. So you have to get close with this guy. Because that's how swords work. There's a gold chest there, and I want it. How? I'm not entirely sure. Ooh, one shot there. Hello? There are a lot of very interesting... kind of background, foreground pieces. There's a shovel there. I want to see what the shovel does. A digging utensil capable of demolishing dirt. So, let's just get something straight. It flashes up instructions for how to use the item at the same time as it spawns an enemy underneath you. Great design. Especially the first time you actually get something. I didn't get a chance to read. As you can tell, not super impressed with this so far. Oh, the art though. Stuff. Four-way attacking. Four-way attacking when the enemy can come at you from any angle. My noggin. Right, so enemy explosions can destroy the terrain as well. That's good to know. Right, you can hold on to the bomb. But it's kind of difficult to aim. Ooh. No. Shit. The game, I think, is suffering a little bit from something that a lot of really attractive pixel art games do these days. In the sense that everything looks too homogenized. One of the reasons why on the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance, rather, in games like the Harmony of Dissonance, the kind of old Symphony of the Night-like Castlevanias, one of the reasons why they had outlines around the characters and the enemies was so that you could see them more clearly against the backgrounds, especially on a smaller screen. And this game kind of has a similar problem. Everything is so everything fits together so well that actually it's a little bit hard to tell where the enemies are. But I suppose it's roguelite, so it's supposed to be punishing. All in all, though, don't seem to be making a huge amount of progress. Oh! Apparently I'm wrong. It's not four-way aiming, it's eight-way aiming. What is that? Huh, peculiar. I feel this mirror hungers for sullen spirits. Right. I've just realised that the mirror is in fact not a mirror. Come here. Oh. Okay. Shovel. Yeah, see, I didn't get a chance to read that. Oh, that's very difficult to read on a 1440p monitor. A battered old diggy utensil, still yearning to end its life demolishing dirty, mucky mud blocks. Quite like the map screen, though. Yeah, see, I'd just like to place the bomb. More bombs! Sucker. Ooh, a shiny purple thing. Okay, see, now that I know you can attack 8 ways, it's not as irritating. Music has changed. Don't know why. Incidentally, you'll have to excuse me if I'm still a bit sniffly. I'm not 100%. I was going to say I'm still not 100%, but the videos that I've been recording over the last couple of days won't come out for another 2 weeks plus. So there's no point in me saying, oh yeah, I'm still not well. Unless you're watching these in a really weird order. Which it could be. Itemography, beginnings. What did we just get? A magnifier contraption that allows oneself to peer into any gloomy recesses within the stage. So the game is going to have your typical run structure. Where you collect items along the way, but you don't carry any of them over into your next run through. I thought pots that had got things in had little flames above them. Yeah, timing and releasing those exits. Whoa! Oh, so it does have stages. I wonder then if it's going to have... No, because we didn't see any doorways, so it's not like Spelunky. In the sense that if you get to a checkpoint or to the end of a stage, there's going to be a doorway to the new stage. Your clan bestows a gift. Choose wisely. Bomb box. A bigly box full of yummy boomilicious bombs. Necrosis enchant boosts bomb explosivity into boomier blasts. Gift surprise. Gonna be a surprise. Okay, so this level looks very similar to the first. Ah! It's going to explode. But is this guy a shopkeeper? He is not. He's just a dozy boy. Things that I could say so far. The animation's good. The controls are tight-ish, but maybe not quite as tight as I'd like. I don't like this up and down being on the same stick. I'd much prefer it be on the right stick. Right, this... No. No. I don't think I even used any of my items. I'm definitely preferring... Ooh, 73 on the online rankings. I'm definitely preferring the swordy boy. Bushido. Yeah, see, that enemy there. Those spikes, yes they are. Oh! Satiation. Exotic mushroom. When consumed, it endows an invulnerability. And some other stuff. Did I just get some extra hearts? I think I got some extra hearts. Yeah, the issue here is, for me, is going to be that things blend into the background a little bit too much. And when anything and everything can kill you, that could... Ooh, a bomb bag. Can't get to it. Okay. I've just realised it's a phone. Sword swipes propel horizontal shockwaves. More bombs. Gonna have that. Oh, nice. So now we have a ranged attack as well as a sword swipe. Yeah, the little the little delay on that looking up and down. Right, you I just want to ignore. Oh! What's this? Boot spikes. Bouncy on enemy heads to hurty them. Bestows random consumables at stage start. Reinvigorate my health at stage end if low. Bomb health pickups randomly give more. Come again, friendly kiddo. I thought this gem I was supposed to be able to sell. Oh, no, this is the sullen spirits. So if there's one of those... If there's one of those mirrors... Oh dear. No. Thing. Card collected. Scully Ghost. No, I want... I want to be able to just blow up the wall where I want to blow up the wall. Instead of having it bounce all over the place. Yeah, for some reason I got locked in a diagonal firing position then. Not entirely sure why. Yeah, that shifting of the screen up and down is going to do a lot of people a mischief, I think. Ah, okay, so the shovel has, as I kind of expected, limited uses. Plus, it doesn't tell you how many uses there are. That's the level exits. Huh. Well, I guess. Whee! Humongous head? Was this a boss? No, it's a thing. No. I've made a terrible mistake. Yeah, the backgrounds are quite vibrant. The enemies are also quite vibrant. There's a meshing of the two that makes it a little bit hard to see them properly. Actually, what I'm going to do is this might destroy. That should. I'm just gonna try it. I've got a small window in the middle of my screen now. It's not full screen like it looks on here. I just want to see. Ooh, that frame rate's terrible for some reason. It's easier to. I wonder what had happened then. It's easier to see what's going on. You can has this. Thanks. Oh, friendly. Lovely bargains. Boot spikes. Cutlery. Ooh. Ah, a hand mirror reflecting a sorrow soul. Of course, we're not going to get them. Oh. Nope. There's a giant ass block there. What the I kind of want to see what the giant question block is. Oh, but I'm not going to be able to get back up and over there. I suppose technically... That didn't work. Nor did that. That was no help. And I've got no bombs left. Down we go. Right, what do we have? Bombs become noxiously stickified, remotely detonatable, or some shockwave. Let's try the remote bombs. Ah. With everything being a little bit smaller, at least for me, it does make it easier to read the screen. I'm not pressing down here. Interesting. So actually, it locks it up, down, left, right. Yeah, so it locks your attack inputs to whatever direction you press. That's an interesting choice. I'm not sure I like that, because it leads to issues such as that, where if you're not 100% precise with your aiming, you get locked down when you want to be hitting left or something. Let's let's put the CRT effect on. That is, in my opinion, rather obnoxious. Don't get me wrong, I know there are a lot of people that like the CRT. The CRT look. And I am one of them to an extent. But yeah, that's actually at this size, sitting as close as I am, that's too much. And to be fair, I kind of feel like you probably won't be able to hear this as well, but I feel like I need to be sat kind of all the way back here in order to really to see the screen properly. And that's not an issue that I have with other games. So there's something about the size, I think, of things and how zoomed in everything is. And I know why they do it. It's so that it feels kind of claustrophobic, which is what you want for your roguelike. You want it to be. I really wish there was more control available on those bombs. But yeah, not having your sword swipe reset to the direction that you are facing, I feel isn't a good design choice. Because it's kind of counterintuitive to how game controls work. Guardian Mecha that destroys projectiles. Necrosis Blade. I think that changed colour, didn't it? But yeah, it would be too easy for me to just, attack an enemy up and then assume that when I hit the ground, it's going to reset. But that is not the case. It kind of feels like it wants to almost be a bit twin-stick shootery in that regard. But everything's working on the directional pad. And you can wall jump like that. But yeah, having your attacks direction work on the same stick as your movements. Not a huge fan of that. Oops. For what it is, though, and for the price, yeah, £2.30 is nothing. I'd like to be able to just pull myself up, but you can't. Yeah, what you can ledge grab. That's great. There we go. I see you, bats. Now, if you are a card collecting zombie, if you are a die-hard roguelike fan, I suspect there is quite a lot of enjoyment we got out of this. And again, the moment-to-moment gameplay is okay. I'm not so sure on just the random music changes whenever it... No. Ugh. Again, that directional sword swiping, I think, is going to be the literal death of a lot of people's runs. So do we need to go in here to continue? No, we can just carry on further down. So that's like a bonus thing. Souls I slay may reinvigorate my health. Okay. Ah! A new biome! Wonderful. So... I don't even know what happened then. I think I hit something on the ceiling. And it immediately exploded into an enemy that one-shot me. Now, that's a lot of bats. The yardstick. Glittering goldic gems. They have no meaning here, for only reputation is a true trader's coin. So are these all of the things that we can get? Extra jump? Even when groundless. So it's a double jump. Doubles durability of all... Ah, so you get more charges out of stuff. A spooky controllable remote bomb ghosty. I'm not a huge fan of the kind of cutesy language that they're attempting to use. Remarkable luck awaits this tooty possessor. It's like it's trying to be like overly cute. Card collector beginnings. I guess we're going to have to dig our way out of here because there's no other way to go. Oh, it does show you the charges of your shovel. There's a little pink bar. Stuff and things. A bedraggled old parchment that seems scrawled with sanguine mappings revealing areas beyond. Okay. Oh. So, is there an indication that there are enemies in chests and stuff? Or pots? I thought they got pink coming out of them. Maybe this is just the kind of game that somebody like me, I'm not saying that this is the case for everybody, far from it, but for somebody like me who needs to concentrate, maybe this is not the kind of game that I should be trying to play for a video. No. No. Yes. Is that a telephone ringing? It is. My poor baby, it's mummykins, my sweetie. Prezi Wezzy time. I'm trying to work out the target demographic for something that is this tonally all over the place. Yeah, it feels like they've created this very dark world, and then they're just throwing random obscene cutesiness at it, and it's jarring. Shiny toy or kissy hugs. A bony whistle. Dare I play its harmonies? Yeah, I didn't have any indication there that there was an enemy in that pot. So those are literally just... How am I supposed to get up to this? Like that. That's just a map. Meh. I don't see the point in having a map in a procedurally generated world. What? At least you can attack on ladders. That was something Blasphemous couldn't handle. No. Gonna fall to my death anyway. Right, folks, I think that is going to do it for my Demajen tries of this particular game. It's got issues, in my opinion. I mean, some people might be looking at this and thinking, oh, yeah, this really looks like my kind of thing, in which case, great. It's a small... download. It's a cheap game. If more people can get enjoyment out of this, that's great. But I don't want to start another stage. I want to go back to... This has got an itemography and stuff. So I'm assuming that's how many... Ooh. I'm assuming that's how many enemies or enemy types there are in the game. 12, 13, 15, 16, 17. It's an interesting number. Yeah. I'm trying to work out in my head the issue that I have with the game. The graphics are great, but I don't think there is enough separation between your sprite and the enemy's sprites and the background, which wouldn't be as big a deal if you weren't so zoomed into the action. When I shrunk the window, trying to think of the word then, shrunk. When I shrunk the window, it was easier to see everything, and I think that's something that you need in a game like this. You need to be able to see more of it, and because it's so zoomed in, I was really struggling to focus on stuff because everything's so big and chunky. For me, that's an issue. For a lot of people, I'm sure it's not. Could I shrink it down and play it in the window? Yeah. It's not an issue. And I think on a handheld device, maybe on the Switch, this would actually play really, really well. That being said, I think the game itself has issues with controls, basically. The controls aren't quite as tight as I would like, but they're not terrible. My main issue with the controls is that directional aiming issue. The fact that it kind of locks your attack into one of the directions. That's an odd choice. And I don't know why they've done that. I don't know if there's a reason for it. I know there is an option in the menu for mouse aim. See, up, down, left, and right on the arrow keys. But mouse aiming. Yeah, see, these are weird key bindings. What the? No, I'm not going to faff with those. I think I've got my thoughts across. It's a typical roguelike game. It's got procedurally generated levels. It's got random items, random enemies, random levels entirely. But it does have stages. And for a cheap £2.30, did I say it was currently on Steam, you could, you know, if you are a fan of the genre, you can get something out of this, no problem. And it is in early access, so there are plans to do more with it. I'm not entirely sure what. However, let's bring up the Steam page for it. Let's have a look-see. Does it say what they're currently doing with it in early access? Okay, let's do. That's not viewing. Wonderful. Right, I'll have to overlay this then. Why early access? The nice thing, can read, about roguelikes is how compartmentalized they can be. You can have a very fun and playable base game, and then every update makes the game better and better, whether it be adding extra variety and ways of playing the base game or adding a bunch of extra game modes. The early feedback will be very useful for shaping the design of the game and coming up with a whole bunch of neat creative ideas. Ideally, I want every playthrough to feel very different. So far, haven't quite got there. Approximately how long will the game be in early access? I reckon about 6 to 8 months. Though if a bunch of cool ideas crop up, it may be longer. So this is very much version 1.2, the initial early access release. I am not judging this as a full game. I'm judging it based purely on what has been available a day or so after the early access launch. How is the full version planned to differ from the early access version? The full release will have more content, variety, and generally many more things to do. New game modes, extra characters, items and enemies, alternate routes, areas and sub-stages, more bosses, and a hell of a lot more sneaky secrets, etc. What is the current state of the early access version? The current game is very playable to a polished state with 4 full game modes. Please refer to the About This Game section for more details. The price will increase as more content is added. So, £2.31. Get it now if you feel like the game has potential. How are you planning on involving the community in your development process? I'd be very interested to hear any feedback and neat ideas the community from the community, I assume that's supposed to say, which can be posted in the Steam discussion forums. I feel there's a lot of scope and potential variety each playthrough offers. I'm aiming to make every game a very different experience, so the more ideas, the merrier. So yeah, as it is, it's got positive reviews so far. Some people have played a lot more of the game than I have. It's a spelunky fever dream, says one person. This is one of those good games, says another. Superb, gritty rogue with some quasi-Metroid Axiom Verge style mechanics. Not sure I'd agree that it's on the same level as that. The game needs more work. Yeah, I'd agree with that. The game does need more work. But again, it's in early access, planned for 6 to 8 months. Literally only came out yesterday. It's a good start, is what I will say. It's a good start to a game. It seems like it's got a lot of potential for this kind of thing. If that is what you are interested in, I highly recommend that you pick it up now, because it does sound like the price is going to go up as more content increases. My biggest issues are the 8-way controlling not snapping back, and the up and down look being a little bit janky and a little bit jarring. Otherwise, the artwork is good. Can be quite difficult to read on a larger monitor. I do honestly kind of feel like it needs to be zoomed out a little bit more. So say if you are looking at the options and you are adjusting your display size, I kind of feel like the pixels need to stay exactly the same size as they are, but it shows you more of the game as opposed to just scaling up. I imagine that would be a nightmare to code. So I'm not necessarily saying that's the best solution, but realistically, it's quite difficult to work with. Either way, good looking game, decent music, good start. This has been Demajen Tries Spirit's Abyss. Will I play some more of it? Quite possibly when more things are added. I will be following it because I've seen there's definitely some potential here. It's not currently in a state that I will find particularly enjoyable, especially compared to something like Dead Cells, which was, dare I say, it's more polished than this on release. Early access. Anyway, there we go, folks. Hope this has been educational and informative. This has been Demajen Tries. Catch you all on the next one. Toodle pip. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing? Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.